Steve McQueen wasn't just an actor. He was a racer, a collector, and a man who lived and breathed automobiles. While most Hollywood stars simply bought expensive cars for show, McQueen actually drove them, raced them, and pushed them to their limits. His collection wasn't about status, it was about pure automotive passion. From legendary Ferraris to iconic American muscle, McQueen's garage was filled with some of the most significant cars ever built. Today, we're taking you inside his multi-million-dollar collection, featuring 9 of his most famous machines. These aren't just cars, they're pieces of history that defined an era. But before we start the countdown, if you love classic cars and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button right now. Number 9. 1976 Porsche 930 Turbo. Starting our countdown at number 9 is the car that changed everything for Porsche, the 930 Turbo. In 1975, Porsche faced a problem. Government emissions regulations were strangling performance, and traditional approaches weren't working. Their solution? Turbocharging. The result was the 930 Turbo, and it was revolutionary. Under that iconic rear spoiler sat a turbocharged 3.0-liter flat-six engine producing 260 horsepower. That might not sound like much today, but in the mid-1970s, when most performance cars were struggling to make 200 horsepower, the 930 Turbo was a monster. The wider rear track, flared fenders, and that massive whale-tail spoiler made it instantly recognizable. But the 930 Turbo was famous for more than just looks. It was notorious for its handling characteristics. The combination of rear-engine layout, sudden turbo boost, and 1970s tire technology created what many called the Widowmaker. It required skill and respect to drive fast. Number 8. 1967 Mini Cooper S. At number 8, we have something completely different from the exotic supercars, the 1967 Mini Cooper S. Not all of McQueen's cars were flashy, high-powered, expensive machines. In fact, McQueen was known to buy, drive, and race anything he found interesting and cool. The Mini Cooper S was the ultimate giant killer, a tiny British rocket that could embarrass cars costing 10 times as much. Under the hood sat a compact 1275cc inline-4 engine producing 76 horsepower. That might sound modest, but remember, the entire car weighed just 1,400 pounds. This incredible power-to-weight ratio meant the Mini Cooper S could reach 60 miles per hour in under 11 seconds and achieve a top speed of 97 miles per hour. Impressive for such a small car. Number 7. 1967 Porsche 911 S. Number 7 brings us to 1967, the year Porsche introduced the 911 S, and McQueen was one of the first to get one. The S stood for sport, and it wasn't just a marketing name. This was the first serious performance-focused 911. While it shared the same 2.0-liter flat-six engine as the standard 911, Porsche's engineers tuned it to produce 160 horsepower at 6,600 RPM, with a red line at 7,200 RPM. That was 30 more horsepower than the base model. The 911S came with Weber carburetors, ventilated disc brakes, and those iconic Fuchs alloy wheels that would become a Porsche trademark. Weighing just 2,380 pounds, the 911S could reach 60 miles per hour in under 8 seconds and achieve a top speed of 140 miles per hour. Impressive figures for 1967. Number 6. Porsche 908 Race Car. At number 6, McQueen's racing ambitions reached their peak with the Porsche 908. By the late 1960s, McQueen wasn't just driving fast cars on the street, he was seriously considering a professional racing career. To make that happen, he needed a proper race car, and the Porsche 908 was state-of-the-art competition machinery. The 908 was a purpose-built prototype race car designed to compete at Le Mans and other endurance events. Its flat-8 engine, mounted mid-ship behind the driver, produced around 350 horsepower from just 3 liters. The entire car weighed less than 1,400 pounds, giving it an incredible power-to-weight ratio. Number 5. Porsche 356 Speedster. At number 5, we have the car that started McQueen's lifelong love affair with Porsche, the 356 Speedster. This was McQueen's first real sports car. The Speedster was a lightweight, stripped-down version of the standard Porsche 356, designed specifically for amateur racers who wanted maximum performance with minimum weight. McQueen's Speedster was finished in black and fitted with knockoff racing wheels. Under the engine cover sat a modest 1.6-liter flat-4 engine producing just 75 horsepower. But remember, the Speedster weighed barely 1,700 pounds, which meant every single horsepower counted. The power went to the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual transmission. Number 4. 1963 Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta Lusso. At number 4, we find Steve McQueen's favorite car for long-distance touring, the 1963 Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta Lusso. Lusso means luxury in Italian, and this was Ferrari's refined Grand Tourer built to close out the legendary 250 series. Under that long, elegant hood sat the classic Colombo V12 engine, displacing 3.0 liters and producing 250 horsepower at 7,000 RPM. What made the Lusso special was its combination of performance and comfort. It had the soul of a race car, but the manners of a luxury coupe. The body, designed by Pininfarina and built by Scaglietti, is considered one of the most beautiful Ferrari designs ever created. The Ferrari 250 GT Lusso was his daily driver when he wanted elegance and speed in equal measure. Today, these cars are worth millions and represent the pinnacle of 1960s GT car design. Number 3. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB4. The bronze medal position goes to one of the most significant Ferraris in Steve McQueen's collection, the 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB4. The 4 in the name referred to the 4 camshafts in its V12 engine, a first for Ferrari road cars. This technological advancement brought a new level of sophistication and performance. The 3.3-liter V12 produced 300 horsepower at 8,000 RPM, with a red line at 8,500 RPM. McQueen ordered this car in 1967 while filming the Thomas Crown Affair. Being McQueen, he immediately customized it. He had the car repainted in Chianti red and requested that it be fitted with Borrani wire wheels from his Crash 275 GTB Nart Spider. The 275 GTB4 represented the peak of 1960s Ferrari engineering. With its independent rear suspension, torque tube drive shaft, and perfectly balanced chassis, it drove like nothing else from that era. The combination of that screaming V12, precise 5-speed manual transmission, and stunning Scaglietti coachwork created automotive perfection. Number 2. 1972 Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.3. Taking the silver medal position is one of the most significant performance sedans ever built, the 1972 Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.3. In the late 1960s, Mercedes-Benz took a bold leap forward by installing their massive 6.3-liter V8 engine from the 600 limousine into the mid-size W109 sedan body. The result was arguably the world's first true performance luxury sedan. Under the hood sat the M100 V8 engine, producing 250 horsepower and an impressive 434 pound-feet of torque. From the outside, the 300 SEL 6.3 looked like any other formal Mercedes sedan, with only subtle twin tailpipes hinting at what was underneath. But when you pressed the accelerator, this luxury sedan could outrun a Porsche 911. It was designed for cruising the German Autobahn at speeds around 140 miles per hour, all while passengers sat in complete comfort. This car was a true Q-ship, a sleeper that set the template for every modern performance sedan that followed, including today's Mercedes-AMG models. It proved that luxury and performance could coexist perfectly in one package. Number 1. Jaguar XKSS. And at number 1, the crown jewel of Steve McQueen's collection, the Jaguar XKSS. This wasn't just any sports car. The XKSS was essentially a street-legal version of Jaguar's Le Mans winning D-Type race car. After dominating Le Mans in the mid-1950s, Jaguar had leftover D-Type chassis and decided to convert them into road cars. Under the long hood sat Jaguar's legendary 3.4-liter inline-six engine with dual overhead camshafts, producing 250 horsepower. For the 1950s, that was supercar territory. The XKSS weighed barely 2,100 pounds, giving it extraordinary performance. McQueen bought his XKSS used, in right-hand drive configuration, and he drove it daily. This wasn't a garage queen. He used it hard, racing it on the streets of Los Angeles and entering it in several amateur races in the early 1960s. His car was finished in dark green, adding to its menacing appearance.